everyone! This presentation will be about cell structure of viruses. And as we all know, a virus is a small collection of genetic code, either DNA or RNA, which is surrounded by a protein code. Since viruses cannot replicate alone, it must infect cells and use components of the host cell to make copies of themselves. At this time of pandemic, we have so much interaction to information about viruses, specifically the novel coronavirus. However, cell structures of viruses varies in what type it is, and since the COVID-19 virus is the most common among all at this time, the novel coronavirus was our basis.
As we can see, these are COVID-19 virus structure. Spike protein, viral envelope, membrane protein, envelope protein, spike protein, viral envelope, nucleocapsid protein, membrane protein, envelope protein, and RNA genome.
Encapsulating the RNA genome is the viral envelope or the tail, which protects the virus when it is outside of a host cell. This outer envelope is made up of a layer of lipids, a waxy barrier containing fat molecules. As well as protecting the precious genetic cargo, this layer anchors the different structural proteins needed by the virus to infect cells. The bulbous projection seen outside the coronavirus are the spike protein or the red orange. This fringe of proteins gives the virus its crown-like appearance under the microscope, from which the Latin name corona is derived. The spike proteins act as grappling hooks that allow the virus to latch onto host cells and crack them open for infection. And like all of viruses, coronaviruses are unable to thrive and reproduce outside of a living host.
The membrane protein. It is a protein molecule that is attached to or associated with the membrane of a cell or an organelle. So the membrane protein is responsible for the transmembrane transport of nutrients, the bad release, and the formation of envelope. In addition, the membrane protein is the most abundant structural protein and it determines the shape of the viral envelope. It is also regarded as the central organizer of COV assembly, interacting with all other major coronaviral structural proteins. Envelope protein. It interacts with the membrane protein to form viral envelope. It is embedded in the viral envelope that aids the assembly of a new virus particles once it has infected cell. The envelope protein is the smallest of the major structural proteins but also the most enigmatic. During the replication cycle, envelope protein is abundantly expressed inside the infected cell, but only a small portion is incorporated into the virion envelope.
Coronaviruses contain a genetic blueprint called RNA, and it is likely similar to DNA. The single-stranded RNA acts as a molecular message that enables production of proteins needed for other elements of the virus. Like many other viruses, SARS-CoV-2 is an RNA virus. This means that, unlike in human and other mammals, the genetic material for SARS-CoV-2 is encoded in ribonucleic acid or RNA. Detection of viral RNA does not equal detection of infectious virus particles, and which does not equal the transmission risk. And bound to this string of RNA are nucleoproteins that are implicated in both virus-infected primary cells and cells transfected with a plasmid-expressed nucleoproteins protein. And it helps give the virus its structure and it enable it to replicate. Once inside, the virus uses a cell's machinery to make more copies of itself.
We've been astonished by the different cell structure of a virus and how it functions. Thus, this should be a helpful element to understand how viruses play a role in this lifetime. Always remember, we should keep away from any viruses, and to do that, we all must stay clean, safe, and well informed.